Good morning, everyone. We're have an important feast day today. This is a memorial for Saint Barnabas. And so we're reading now from the book of Acts, Acts chapter 11, verses 21 through 26, and chapter 13, 1 through 3. In those days, a great number who believed turned to the Lord. The news about them reached the ears of the church in Jerusalem, and they sent Barnabas to go to Antioch. When he arrived, he saw the grace of God. He rejoiced and encouraged them all to remain faithful to the Lord in firmness of heart, for he was a good man, filled with the Holy Spirit and faith. And a large number of people was added to the Lord. Then he went to Tarsus to look for Saul, and when he had found him, he brought him to Antioch. For a whole year they met with the church and taught a great number of people, and it was in Antioch that the disciples were first called Christians. Now there were in the church at Antioch prophets and teachers: Barnabas, Simeon, those who was called Niger, Lucius of Cyrene, Manaen, who was a close friend of Herod the Tetrarch, and Saul. While they were worshiping the Lord and fasting, the Holy Spirit said, "Set apart for me Barnabas and Saul for the work to which I have called them." Then, completing their fasting and prayer, they laid hands on them and sent them off. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. In this important passage, there's one thing that I think that I'd like to draw attention to is the importance of Barnabas in the whole ministry of Paul. Barnabas was very instrumental even earlier on when the church there in Jerusalem was a little bit skeptical about who this Paul, and his conversion. And so Barnabas was instrumental in kind of smoothing things over. And so when there was some word about what was happening in Antioch, Barnabas was sent over there. He was a good, solid disciple of Jesus, and they sent him there, and he continued his work. But as he was working there, Barnabas was the one who was thinking in the back of his mind, I remember Paul. And so he hunted him down. That's kind of literally the word in the Greek. He hunted down for Paul, to bring him over here to this church that was obviously growing and needed a lot of help and assistance. And he hunted him down and brought him into the community there at Antioch. Now, what a difference it made for the life of Paul. It was there that he was commissioned out with Barnabas on the first missionary journey that would become very much a part of the life of Paul in his life. So on this day, as we think about the life of others, sometimes they don't become the big person in the picture. It's someone else. But there are people who are in the background who make a difference in the church in their small ways. In a certain sense, I see Barnabas as doing that. Son of encouragement. He was one who was instrumental in helping Paul, to become the great apostle that he was to the church. Let's think of those folks around us who are similar to Barnabas, who aren't in the limelight, aren't seen as big, but have a big impact on the life of the church. Stay safe. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.